What's up, everybody? Going live for a little bit. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're staying safe. I'm watching the stock market too as I'm doing this. Just locked in roughly $1,000 in profits. There are so many damn coronavirus plays. I did a live earlier, but I was a little too angry, so I'm going to try to stay calm in this one. It just pisses me off that so many people are taking the coronavirus so lightly. Thinking that it's okay to go outside, thinking, oh, let me just wear a mask, when in fact, if you wear a mask, you're taking that away from medical professionals who need those masks. Hospitals and medical professionals are understaffed, underfunded, under equipment. I don't know what word you want to use. But we can all do our part. And this is the thing, like a lot of people message me like, what can I do to save the world regarding plastic or, global warming? Like at this rate, we'll be lucky to die, in 50, 100, 200 years from global warming. Like we have more urgent problems right now, which is mainly this deadly virus, especially if our hospital systems become overwhelmed like Italy is. Italy just updated their numbers. 600 plus people died today. In a record, 6,000 new cases. So yesterday was a record at roughly 5,000 new cases. Today it's grown to 6,000. They had 500 deaths yesterday. Today they're at 600. The U.S. is already at 3,000 new cases today. We had 5,000 yesterday. It's growing exponentially. And this is the problem. Most people don't even realize. Like I posted like, oh, did you know there's 1,000 people a day dying right now from coronavirus? And people are like, where are you getting your facts? There's not 1,000 people. If you add up country by country, especially with Italy at 600 per day, and getting worse, again, because they have an elderly population and they don't have enough medical equipment, it is 1,000 plus people per day. And it's only getting worse, especially in the U.S. where there's so many people who don't take it seriously. How old were they? 99. Yeah, you see, this is the problem. Like people are like, oh, it's only the elderly. If you have a pre-existing condition, anybody who's had like a heart attack or a stent, or if you have leukemia, or if you have cancer, or if you've had cancer, like anybody with a weak immune system, like have some compassion. I'm going to try not to get mad, but like when some people are like, oh, it's just old people, let them die anyways. I'm like, what is wrong with the world? We need to have compassion for more people, any single person worth saving. Like, let's do it. Let's try. If we can save one person today with our actions, that's a good day. And people say, oh, how much will people die with the regular flu? It's different because this is growing faster. You got to learn about exponential growth curves. While the numbers might be small right now, they're growing very fast. And because of fucking idiots who say, oh, it's just the flu or it's a cold, it's spreading faster. And we have no vaccine. The flu can be treated, in case you didn't realize. Coronavirus, there's a lot of vaccines in development, but nothing can cure it. And we probably won't have any real solutions for 8 to 12 months. How many people will die in 8 to 12 months? Right now we're at 11,000 total people have died so far. I've been warning about this for 2 months. When I first did the first post on Gala, there were 50 people who died. And people said, oh, you're fear-mongering. Only 50 people died. Now it's 11,000. Are you going to wait until there's 100,000 dead until you take this seriously? I don't know. Do I think it's a conspiracy? No. I think that conspiracy theorists are wrong. I believe in science. And if you just look at past viruses like SARS and MERS and the bird flu, I mean, it's created with these animal markets. And I think that really the solution to a lot of our world's issues is treating animals better. Yeah, maybe 1 million people will die. I mean, 1957, we had a pandemic. Roughly 1.16 million people died. Over 100,000 people died in the U.S. Right now, the U.S. death toll is a little over 200. But it's growing at 20, 30, 40 a day. And soon it'll probably be a few hundred per day. And the biggest risk is if the hospital systems become overwhelmed, which already we don't have that many hospital beds. Already we don't have that many medical supplies. This virus is really finding the weak spot in our society, in our government. That's when the death toll can really rise. Forget about 20, 50, 500 people a day. What happens when, there's an estimate that caused the California governor to lock down the whole state? He got an estimate saying that 25 million people in California will get it out of 40 million. So if 25 million people get it, and also the UK, they think 3/4 of the population will get it, and Germany says roughly 70% of the population will get it. If you have 70% of the population getting it, and let's just say, it's the elderly. So if 25 million people in California get it, the elderly are roughly, I think, I read somewhere it's like 16%. So call it, 4 million or 3 million elderly. And the elderly right now, roughly like 6% of them are dying. So we're talking about 250,000 deaths in California alone. And that's just at the percent right now that people are dying. Forget about if the virus mutates. Forget about if we run out of supplies. What's a good stock to buy? Get in my chat room. Literally, stay home and learn about finance. So many of you want to learn. Like, I get DMs all the time. I want to save the world. Well, now you have a chance. Stay home. Share my videos. Help me, make people aware. You say, oh, I want to get rich. Okay, so click the link in my bio. Study up. You guys have the instructions. Too many of you are just too lazy to do it. Yes, it's killing mostly old people, but it's also killing people with underlying conditions. And again, the biggest risk is viruses can mutate, especially new viruses. And they also come in multiple waves, if you want more good news. The 1918 pandemic, which killed between 20 and 50 million people, came in 3 waves. The 1957 pandemic, I believe, came in 2 waves, but it might have been 3. I know it definitely wasn't 1. So you have to watch out for the second wave and the third wave, and who's to say that there isn't a 4th wave? Once you release these deadly viruses and you let them get out due to lack of preparation, due to idiocy, due to stubbornness, people are like, oh, I don't want to stay home. I don't want to ruin my spring break. There's more important things in the world than just spring break. The virus is in Africa. Correct. And now Somalia and Nigeria have their first cases. They don't really have that great medical care there. Haiti just had its first case. So you got to think about people who have no access to medicine. You just have to be compassionate. That's what it comes down to. And there's a lack of compassion. There's a lack of competency worldwide. And it's not like I know everything. I didn't know it was going to be this bad. I probably should have freaked everybody out more early on. You said release, so it's a bioweapon. I mean, look, you guys have your conspiracy theories. Like China created this. Who knows? Whatever it is, you can help prevent its spread by staying home and not taking the masks from the medical workers who need them. Do I think Trump is doing a good job? Somebody asked Trump, was he doing a good job? He would rate him a 10 out of 10. I would give him a 3 out of 10. He's definitely giving some good speeches to help prop Wall Street up, even though we keep going down to new lows, so those speeches are kind of empty. The biggest thing was that he said, okay, we're going to block people from China early on, which turned out to be a good decision. The problem is he did not fully prepare with masks or supplies or equipment. And I think the biggest thing is that his whole mindset early on, his press conferences were like, coronavirus is nothing. We'll get through this. And all of his followers believe that. And so a lot of people spread it for no reason. There's going to be so many unnecessary deaths because of this. We need you to hit the gym. No, all the gyms are closed. And I eat assumptions for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so I'm fat as fuck right now. But there's worse things than being fat. Try being dead. Try being an idiot. Try being, someone who spreads this virus. Do I think the coronavirus will stay for multiple years? We have no idea. We literally have no idea. Based on how fast it's growing, how fast it's spreading, how many people are ignoring, practicing good habits. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years. I hope we find a cure. I hope that people stay indoors. But scary times. And the whole point why I made this video, and please look at the video I just posted today on my main feed. The main reason I'm doing this is because we can actually help this. No matter where the virus came from, no matter what you believe, no matter how much of an idiot you are, no matter how rich or poor you are, no matter where you are in the world, if you stay at home and you tell others to stay at home, you can help prevent the spread. You can help flatten the curve. Because right now, the growth of new cases and deaths, hockey stick. And it's growing faster and faster. And we need to flatten the curve. That's all we can do right now. Any single one of us. So it's my job, my honor, my duty to try to get good information out there. And you can help me. Government knows what they're doing. No government is prepared for this. No one has proven that they are really extraordinary, except Japan, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Those three countries have limited the spread very well compared to everybody else. What's the future in the stock market? I don't know. I don't care. I take it one trade at a time. I'm up roughly $20,000 this month. My top students are making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 this month. There's so many plays. Do I think this will lead to a long-term bear market? I have no idea. I don't make guessing games, okay? I don't participate in that. I participate in trades where I have the odds on my side. That's why I got rich. If you play guessing games, you're never going to be rich. You're going to have endless amounts of useless discussion. You can go on CNBC with your fucking power suit and be irrelevant just like everybody else. Is the crypto market. I mean, crypto was supposed to be strong. Gold was supposed to be strong when the stock market crashes and the economy crashes. Neither of them have been that strong. I'm happy to just be in U.S. dollars. The U.S. dollar has been surprisingly strong. What's the minimum to get in my program? You guys can be broke. You can study my free YouTube videos. You have to study first anyways. So no matter how much money you have, study. Okay, either study my free video lessons if you're broke, or click the link in my bio. We have so many different options for full-time students, part-time students. If you're going to be home, you might as well study. So many people make excuses like, oh, I want to study your stuff, but I never have time. Now you do, especially if you practice good habits and you're quarantined. Any questions, email admin@timothysykes.com. Understand my team gets a little busy, especially now, because pretty much every other chat room is blowing up. Several chat rooms shorted INO before it went supernova. Some chat rooms shorted APRN. Blows my mind how dumb some of these newbies are. But again, newbies in the stock market, they've been very spoiled by an 11-year-old bull market. They've never seen a bear market. So it's not that they're bad people. They just don't know what they don't know. I've been around. I've seen the bear markets in 2000, 2001. I've seen the bear markets in 2008. Guess what? I profited during the bear markets. I actually prefer bear markets. Calm down, just asking questions. No, I can't calm down. Too many people are taking this lightly, and now people are going to die. That is not a light situation to calm down. I'm actually relatively calm in this live compared to my last live. I think I swore a little too much last time. Kat says Tim is the best teacher. Thank you. Do I think the full lockdown of countries is effective? I have no idea, but it's worth a shot. I think it's better to lock down and be overly safe. I've been saying this for 2 months, guys, okay? I got mocked regularly for fear-mongering. And only now, when the growth rate of this virus is really going exponential, people are like, oh shit, I wish I had known. There's only so much I can do. I didn't know I was going to be, so right about this virus. But I have learned in trading and in life and in teaching just to overprotect, just to be extra careful. So what if you get mocked? So what if you get made fun of? Being extra careful is a good thing. And by the way, I have no other accounts. Some people are like pitching these like crypto scams like Zelle and like investment pools. I'll never offer investments. I'm just a teacher. I'm sorry for my hacker. I'm sorry for these scammers, but that's, Wall Street, that's finance. There's always going to be a scam somewhere. All you can do to protect yourself is this. Get educated. Brush up on your knowledge. Study up. All of my top students, yes, they're millionaires, but they're also self-sufficient. They don't need me. Where do I see the market is going? Tim for president. Now, first of all, I'm never going to be political. I love teaching. I really despise politics and politicians, all of them equally. And as for where do I see the market going? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not making guessing games. I understand that there are going to be opportunities in bull markets and bear markets. So whatever the market has, I'm going to react instead of trying to predict. Thoughts on recent oil war? I don't know. Guessing game. Anytime someone brings up something, I'm just going to say, I don't know. It's okay to say I don't know. It's okay to admit that it's a guessing game. What I know is a very few chart patterns that I keep partaking in over and over and over again. How did I know BMRA was going to be a good play when I picked it at 6 and it went to 28 the next day? And now, what is it, back down to 7? So a big rise, big fall. They came out with a 10-minute coronavirus test. APRN went from 2 to 28, now back down to 11. Food delivery. So start thinking about what are the companies that are going to benefit from this pandemic. Oil is going down. It's not a guessing game. Yeah, good luck with that. I've had so many options traders, Bitcoin traders, oil, gold bugs. They say, oh, it's not a guessing game. Good luck. I've never met anybody who consistently can profit from that with a high degree of predictability. Never seen it in 20 plus years. But I offer you luck. I wish you luck. Can I please start a stock market podcast? I have zero time. I'm about to give a webinar to my challenge students in 10 minutes. If you want access to these webinars, my challenge students get 2 to 4 webinars from me, Tim Grattani, Tim Lento, Mark Crook, Michael Good, every single week. And if you want to join in on my live weekly webinars, live trading, live Q&A, you click the link in my bio and you follow email instructions. It's pretty simple. How much did I start with when I started with trading? I started with 12 grand. I'm up to 5.1 million. I donate all my profits to charity these days. It's my honor to do so. My top student, Tim Grattani, started with 1,500. He's over $10 million in profits. Is my apprenticeship real? Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can't guarantee anybody's success. People are like, oh, how much am I guaranteed to make if I study with you? Nothing. I can't guarantee profits. But I can guarantee you that I'll teach you everything I know, and that can only help you. Lessons, rules, patterns, experience. These are the things I can offer. Anyways, I got to go give a webinar to my challenge students. Again, if you want to see my screen, like I'm just working with a laptop here, but if you want to see my screen all the time, if you want trades, if you want lessons, if you want DVDs, if you want webinars, see the link in my bio. Also DM me. I'm in quarantine. I'm not just, telling other people to stay quarantined. So if you want to chat, DM me. I'll catch up this weekend. Stay safe, recognize the risks, and please share my latest video to help me spread awareness so that, we can just save so many more unnecessary deaths. Thank you.